Hello and welcome to our live video update for July 22nd. Apologies for the delay. We are working with Castanet today to provide you with a video update. As you may know, the RDOS board and committee meeting is being held today in the RDOS boardroom. We had planned to schedule this for tomorrow, for July 23rd at 2 o'clock. That will still happen, but in the interim, because there is so much going on with the wildfires in and around the regional district of Okanagan Similkameen, we wanted to bring you the latest information from the regional district, but as well as some of the other local governments and BC Wildfire. So in just a few moments, I'll be sharing updates on behalf of some of the other local governments, BC Wildfire and the RDOS. We also have Dawn Russell with us. She is the RDOS Indigenous Liaison. She'll be presenting some information from the Osoyoos Indian Band. Very quickly, it's important to know that some road closures are pending, and that is due to the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire. More information will come out through Drive BC in the next few hours, probably in the next few minutes. And you'll also find all of that information on the Regional District of Okanagan Similkameen Emergency Operations Centre website, emergency.rdos.bc.ca. The evacuation order for Electoral Area A has been expanded due to the immediate danger to life safety due to the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire. The evacuation orders for 379 properties previously issued also remain in effect. That's for Area A, rural Osoyoos, and Area C, rural Oliver. And that's due to the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire. Those remain in effect. Again, you can get all the information on the RDOS website. The RDOS has declared a state of emergency, and that's a state of local emergency for Area A, C, and H. The Thomas Creek wildfire, the alerts in place, 705 properties remain in effect. That's 705 properties. Brenda Creek wildfire, the order for 42 parcels remains in effect. At this point, I'll remind you we have briefings coming up from RDKB, the Regional District of Kootenay Boundary, Town of Oliver, Osoyoos, BC Wildfire Service, and as I mentioned, Osoyoos Indian Band. And with that update, we'll invite Dawn Russell to join us, the Indigenous Liaison at the RDOS Emergency Operations Centre. Dawn?
Good afternoon. For the media listening, my name is Dawn Russell, DAWN-RUSSELL. On behalf of the Osoyoos Indian Band, we would like to ensure that our residents' homes remain safe and guests will be able to enjoy our beautiful lands very soon. To be able to do this, we encourage everyone to adhere to evacuation orders and road closures. This will also help the fire personnel do their work as quickly and safely as possible. For OIB members, please check the local Facebook social media pages for the most up-to-date information from your Chief and Council. Lim, thank you.
Thank you very much, Dawn. And again, information is moving very quickly. We'll get out as much as we can. This will be a short briefing. I did want to mention that we are joining you from the traditional unceded territory of the Syilx people in the Okanagan Nation. Now, let's a couple of quick reminders. Anarchist Mountain Fire Department and all the fire departments providing mutual aid have been working hard along with BC Wildfire and all of the first responders, and they are in the field as we speak. That work is ongoing. BC Wildfire was not able to join us. We did put this briefing together at the last minute because we know the need for information is great. Again, all of the information from each of the areas that we've mentioned are available on the websites, and it is changing fast. So if you haven't signed up for notifications for your local area, including the RDOS, the Civic Ready mass notification system, please do so. You'll get alerted by email, text, or voice from the RDOS if you sign up for Civic Ready. From BC Wildfire, we've heard from Danny McIntosh, an information officer working on the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire. She says the last accurate measurement of this fire is 2,000 hectares. There has been significant growth on the northeast and south perimeters. However, smoke has inhibited the ability to get an accurate, updated measurement of the size. Again, the Nk'Mip Creek wildfire, this information directly from the BC Wildfire Service at 2,000 hectares. BC Wildfire is hoping to provide an update on the size of that wildfire by the end of today, July 22nd. There has been some damage reported to power lines. BC Wildfire Service is currently working with Fortis to restore power to residents affected by that power outage. There are currently 3 aircraft, 67 personnel working on the fire, with additional resources anticipated to arrive over the next couple of days. BC Wildfire Service would like to remind residents and visitors to please stay away from the operational areas where crews and helicopters are working, and that will ensure the safety of you, but also the crews, and maintain effective fire operations. So that's from BC Wildfire Service. The Mayor of Osoyoos, Sue McCourthoff, is calling this a horrendous situation. She would like to thank Oliver Osoyoos Search and Rescue, Osoyoos Indian Band, and the town of Oliver for all the great work that they've been doing. Everyone working together, and she's praising the coordination of all of the people working together. The town of Osoyoos' primary job now and first priority is to provide help to residents, those who are impacted by these wildfires. For visitors who've been impacted by the evacuation order, you're asked to head home. Now, not all tourists will have to head home. There are other areas you can go. We have heard that Princeton has opened up some RV spaces for evacuees, but also for visitors who don't want to go home entirely. And there is no extra space right now in Osoyoos for campers who are visiting the area, for those people who have been on evacuation order. You can go to destination Osoyoos for more information, or osoyoos.ca. We've also heard from RDKB, that's the Regional District of Kootenay Boundary. Evacuation orders are in place for a reason. You must leave the area if you've been instructed to do so. There are some pending road closures as well. Please check Drive BC for updates. Key message from RDKB is if you are on the RDKB side of the mountain, you need to check with the Regional District of Kootenay Boundary for information on evacuation orders or alerts. And you will not get those from the RDOS. You'll have to go directly to RDKB. So that message from the information section of the Regional District of Kootenay Boundary. Again, this is an impromptu information briefing. We'd like to thank Castanet and all of the local, regional, and national media for helping get the word out. Information is paramount when these incidents happen, and people are looking for it as quickly as they can. We've found video to be the fastest way. I apologize, we don't have any maps or interesting pictures to look at. I'll get through this information. We'll remind you this will be recorded and available later, and we'll get back to our regular live briefing with all of the partners we mentioned, and that's on July 23rd at 2 p.m., and you can see that on the RDOS YouTube channel. Martin Johansson, the mayor of Oliver, tells us that anarchist mountain evacuees are encouraged to look to family and friends first before going to the evacuation center, the reception center in Oliver if you're looking for accommodations. If you can go and stay with some family or friends, that's ideal. Oliver does not have the capacity at the moment with hotels. Evacuees, please go to the reception center. You can also register online, ess.gov.bc.ca. The RDOS board meeting, as I mentioned, is underway, and Area A Director Mark Pendergraph had to leave the meeting today. He's packing up his home. He is now dealing with an evacuation order. Okay, we'll wrap it up now with a couple of reminders. Parks Canada is now in the area. They have an incident management team. They're assisting the BC Wildfire Service. More support and resources are coming to the region over the next coming days. Again, a reminder, if you're out on Skaha Lake or Osoyoos Lake, you're asked to avoid that operational area. Avoid the lakes altogether if you can, but for boaters, it's very important to stay away from the skimmers and the helicopters. You've heard the message over and over again, but it is extremely important. And the reception center, again, is at the Oliver Legion. That's branch 97, 36217 Main Street in Oliver. And for ESS information, you can call 486-1890. And with that, I think we might have a briefing, some additional information that's coming up. I think I'll leave it there, unless there's something else that's happening. Have we lost our feed? Oh, we're looking for sound. Is the microphone okay? We're looking for our sound. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll find out what's happening there. It could be the feed there, but from what I understand, people are able to hear, and they're wondering if Highway 3 is closed. And we have with us our deputy director who's off camera, but if you could just give me a nod, potentially there could be some closures affecting Highway 3. Drive BC is the place to find that information. AIM Roads, Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, MODI, are working closely with BC Wildfire Service and the local governments to provide information. All All right, we're going to stand by for just a moment. We've received word that we may have some audio issues. If we do, I'll come back on camera and provide some more of that information. Again, I do apologize if we're having some technical issues. We're broadcasting live through the remote system that Castanet has provided for us, and sometimes technology isn't our friend. But we'll stand by and see if we can continue on in just a moment. Well, we've heard reports that possibly there were audio issues. Other people have contacted us and said the audio is fine. So I'll wrap up at this point and remind you again, for any information on the wildfires that are affecting the RDOS, the municipalities, Osoyoos Indian Band, and the Regional District of Kootenay boundary, and of course anywhere else you may be watching, go to your local government website, go to the local website for all of the information you're going to find. It's going to be updated right away. We've had a lot of questions at the Emergency Operations Center about things like, if there is an evacuation order, how will I know? What if I don't answer my phone? If things get bad and you are in immediate danger, someone will knock on the door, and it will likely be RCMP, possibly assisted by search and rescue or the local fire department, and they will be identified as such, and you'll likely see their vehicles as well. No one else should be coming to your door, but that would be a tactical evacuation if required. Otherwise, sign up for the mass notification systems. With that, we'll wrap up this live briefing for July 22nd. Thank you so much again to the media. Thank you to all of the first responders and to the public. But I want to mention the EOC, the Emergency Operations Center, throughout the region, but at the RDOS, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that are working behind this effort to get information out, operations, information, so many other people. So we'd like to thank them and thank you again for joining us.